During my early riding days, I would prefer to ride two strokes, and obviously there was this need for speed. I wouldn't say the drag race was at reclamation, so that is what kind of got me hooked to speed. But I had to find out more. Where was my form of meditation? Was it in going fast in a straight line, or was it going the distance, or was it going around on a track? So my first experience at the track was at the smallest track we have here is the Curry Motor Speedway in Coimbatore. I can't explain how happy I was to be there. Also, there was a particular expectation setting. So knowing that you're going to the track, you watch a lot of track videos, and then you have expectations that the track is going to be this place which is going to have smooth tarmac, and the curves are going to be of a particular color, and then you're going to have the pits are going to be there, etc. And it was none of that, but yet it was so satisfying. I think so. Curry at that point in time wasn't the best. I mean, there were a lot of undulations in the surface, like at different parts of the circuit. Plus, if you were out on the very first lap, you would find peacocks just flying around, and probably find a dog crossing. So, simultaneously, you got to figure out what is the layout of the track, as in which corner follows which corner, what's your line going to be, while you also apply your technique. So, it was very overwhelming. Like, it created a doubt that I needed to clear when I came here the next time and do whatever I can in the first instance. So it was, I would say, a very wholesome experience. So how would I rate my first track performance would be, had my current self seen myself then like another rider on track. What I felt at that time, I felt like this is the career that you got to take forward, and you're very fast, you're very good. But then now when I look at myself there, I was like, okay, there is a long mountain that you got to climb and you cross, and then to figure out there's another mountain behind that. So yes, I would think I would rate myself -1 out of 10. We see these guys, MotoGP World Superbike, go out there for 20, 22 laps. It's very difficult to do more than 5 to 6 laps back to back. Your body just cannot handle that kind of, you're just sore. Eventually, after 4 or 5 laps, you feel, oh, my legs are hurting, my thighs hurting, my forearms hurting, my arms hurting. So I think so a lot of fitness in terms of flexibility, a lot of agility training. We would pick up sports that would teach you a lot of discipline, like boxing, for example, and endurance. I would do a lot of cycling. A lot of cycling and boxing is what helped me also keep my weight down, also be flexible, also be very vigilant in terms of my vision, and be very reactive. Not just riding motorcycle setup, like probably you could use these brakes or these brake pads, or you could up a sprocket teeth, or probably simple thing as tire pressures would just change that particular day of riding or improve your riding experience by that much. The extracurricular activities that happen after the track is a lot of talk, a lot of eating, because you've lost a lot of calories, so you got to fill that deficit. Usually we have it split in 2 or 3 days, wherein one day it's one of the Korean restaurants that we go to. So a lot of motorcycle talk. What's new? Am I come on a new motorcycle? I have tried this tire, I've tried this suspension. So a lot of motorcycle allied talk, a lot of talk from back home, what's happening in your hometown, etc. Because we're coming from different parts of the country here. Bunch of people, and then you're meeting them after 2 months, 3 months. So there is a lot to share. The gear that I borrowed or figured out when I went there for the first time was this suit that I borrowed from a friend, of how to buy a suit, what should we look into the suit, what makes a suit better than the other suit. And eventually, once you go there, like, you get a lot of information through a lot of fellow riders, your teachers, your coaches at the track. And then I think I've used 4 suits till now. After the first one, I think so the next 2 were Comines, and the next one would probably be a Revit or a Comine. So yes, that's about it. What an ideal track helmet should be. I didn't know anything about materials, like what is plastic, what's composite, what's carbon fiber. All I heard was base helmet, carbon fiber is the best. So I didn't know why carbon fiber was the best. It was just like a diamond ring, like something that you wear and you say, I have a diamond ring, so it's like carbon fiber. Oh, carbon fiber is the best. I didn't know why carbon, different shapes, then understood aerodynamics. spoilers going next level, the ventilation changing, and getting an idea from fellow riders, also doing your research. Also, I think it's very important to understand materials, doing research in terms of knowing about a particular helmet before you buy it is critical. How to be a safer rider on the road. So when you do track days, they teach you a lot about visions, where you look at how you make overtakes, how you negotiate with a turn, how you brake. So a lot of those factors, to a point wherein you're just going fast on the track. You know, there's a fine line till it's sensible, and then post that it's a money pit wherein you're just pumping in all that money to achieve a thing which is, I think so, like we say, motorcycling in the first place is not the right decision. So to a point it's sensible, and then it's just vague. After a point in time, it just doesn't make sense. And in terms of I would say going broke, my parents would have wanted me to get married, etc. But I think so, if I'm not married, it's because I'm doing practice. What are the tracks I've been in India? That would be Curry. I've been to MMRT. I've been to BIC. I've been to a few tracks in Thailand. But I think so, my most favorite, or the track I think now that I have been to the most, is Chennai. My motorcycle is the RC390. I've been lucky enough to ride the Panigale, to ride the 210 there. It's a very flowy circuit. If you see, the streets are not that big like BIC. So you're just going flat out through here in fifth gear. First corner is a really fast corner. You're just chopping the gas off, getting on the gas while you're entering the turn. It's very scary. I think so 4 or 5 laps is good enough to get you tired, your arms sore, your legs sore if you're not doing it right. On the bigger bikes, I think so it's the number of laps just reduces. How fast the corners come into your face is insane. You're never in the center of the seat. You're either in the left or the right, ready to take the left turn or the right turn. You're never completely tucked. BIC, very different in terms of, I think so it's a faster circuit. If you're on a bigger bike, you will definitely enjoy here. Any motorcycle is fun at MMRT. My dream circuit is Mugello, like this, and it's there on the board because I want to do it sometime in my riding life. Let me put it that way. It's one of the fastest circuits around there. I mean, most of these MotoGP bikes, see, they are extreme top ends, which is like around 340, 350 on this very straight. So I mean, it's a thrill going down that straight so fast and braking into a turn which is like a decreasing radius corner. It's going to be one hell of an experience, and the idea is to go there, experience it. So yes, soon. Why track? It's my form of meditation, my form of yoga, and it's not about racing. Like I said, it is also about being a good rider, a responsible rider, and just that it would just add to your arsenal of skill and benefit you in many ways than one.